Before they became one of the internet's most talked about young couples, Marlon, better known as Mar3LG, and Sadie McKenna were moving in similar digital circles. Both were carving out space for themselves in the chaotic world of TikTok and social media.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Marlon, known for his funny, unpredictable, and sometimes chaotic live streams and content, had already built a loyal fan base who loved him for his raw energy and no-filter personality. Sadie, on the other hand, was quickly becoming a standout personality on TikTok thanks to her charm, acting skits, and subtle authenticity. Their first public connection didn't happen through a dramatic event or a viral video, it was subtler. Observant fans noticed the two interacting on each other's posts, leaving casual comments, liking older content, and showing up in mutual circles. In the creator economy, this isn't unusual. But for those watching closely, something felt different. At a time when both creators were gaining momentum, fans started to pick up on their growing chemistry. In mid to late 2023, the crossover between their followers began to blur. A few low-key collaborations, nothing major at first, started to pop up on Instagram stories and live streams. It was clear they were spending time together offline, too. No formal announcement. No forced publicity. Just natural digital breadcrumbs that hinted at something more. The transition from mutuals to maybe somethings finally hit a new phase when they began appearing more frequently in each other's content. What started as background appearances became intentional inclusions. Fans clipped live stream moments where Marlon would talk about someone he was seeing, never naming Sadie, but the hints were too obvious to ignore. And then came the soft launch. In early 2024, a TikTok video surfaced of the two walking through a shopping plaza, holding hands. It wasn't posted by either of them, it came from a fan account. The video blew up, with speculation running wild across fan pages and TikTok threads. Sadie and Marlon didn't comment on it, but they didn't need to. The internet had already decided it was real. By the time the first Sadie and Marlon fan edit started trending, both had quietly begun to show more signs of their closeness. Marlon would joke about being taken on streams, while Sadie appeared in photos with captions that hinted at inside jokes only someone close would understand. The charm of it all? They weren't trying too hard. Unlike influencer relationships built entirely for views, this one felt authentic. They weren't doing couple content every other day, nor were they plastering their romance on thumbnails. Instead, they gave fans real moments, brief glances, shared laughter, casual snaps. That's what made people root for them. As 2024 progressed, Marlon's audience started noticing a shift in his energy. The chaotic persona remained, but there were moments, especially late-night live streams, where he would soften, even get reflective. During a stream in March 2024, a fan dropped a comment, "You seem different lately, bro, someone got you smiling like that?" Marlon grinned. "You know, life's good right now. I got peace, and sometimes that comes from the people you got around you." He didn't name names. He didn't have to. Meanwhile, Sadie was taking a similar route. On her own social media, she remained fairly private about her romantic life, but fans caught on to the fact that certain outfits, locations, and even song choices in her TikToks aligned with moments from Marlon's content. They weren't just hanging out, they were building memories. In one instance, a fan posted side-by-side clips, Sadie dancing in what looked like Marlon's hoodie, and Marlon filming a vlog where that same hoodie appeared hanging on the back of a chair. It wasn't confirmation, but it fueled the speculation. The comment sections exploded, "Y'all don't understand, they're literally in love without saying a word. I'd rather watch this slow build than any fake YouTube couple." What set them apart from typical influencer pairs was the lack of performativity. They weren't putting on a show. Their connection, as much as fans could see of it, felt like two people
Seriously, like,
navigating
it's like marrying me for real.
Oh my god! Are you serious?
This came in April 2024, when a short video went viral on TikTok showing Marlon and Sadie at an event together, no bodyguards, no paparazzi, just two creators walking through a venue, sharing popcorn and laughing. The video wasn't posted by a professional camera crew or for a brand collab, it came from a fan's phone. And that rawness made it more powerful. In a digital world where creators often overcurate their lives, Marlon and Sadie's real-life moments stood out. Fans commented on how normal they looked. No over-the-top designer fits. No clout-chasing energy. Just vibes. What really cemented the public's emotional investment was the way they handled the attention. Instead of dropping a dramatic "we're dating" post, they let their closeness grow more visible organically. Sadie began replying to comments with subtle winks and heart emojis. Marlon started joking with fans about wife material without correcting the assumptions. And the comments turned from speculation to celebration, finally. A couple that's actually low-key and wholesome. Protect Marlon and Sadie at all costs. It wasn't just the fact that they were together, it was the way they were doing it. Quiet. Respectful. Real. For a community that often sees influencer relationships burn out in the spotlight, this one felt like a breath of fresh air. By summer 2024, the connection between Marlon and Sadie wasn't just something speculated about, it had become an emotional anchor for many fans. But what stood out most was how they supported each other without making it a performance. Behind the scenes, several observant viewers began to point out that Sadie was frequently present during Marlon's lower-key streams, not always on camera, but in the background. You'd hear a laugh that wasn't his. Or a door creak followed by Marlon saying, "Thanks babe," mid-sentence. Fans caught on. On Reddit and TikTok, fans began compiling subtle signs. Sadie's laugh is unmistakable, y'all. She handed him that energy drink midstream, I swear. You can tell he's calmer with her around. And it wasn't one-sided. Sadie's content began reflecting a kind of peace that hadn't been visible in earlier months. Gone were the cryptic breakup captions or emotionally loaded Instagram stories. In their place, sunsets, silly selfies, calm moments. A particularly wholesome TikTok showed Sadie lip-syncing to a romantic audio, but fans noticed she was sitting in Marlon's signature gaming chair. That kind of Easter egg was enough to set the internet ablaze. It was a masterclass in quiet intimacy in an industry where everything is usually broadcasted at full volume. By October 2024, what fans lovingly referred to as the soft launch era was in full swing. Neither Marlon nor Sadie had confirmed their relationship officially, but at this point, they didn't need to. The evidence was everywhere, just veiled enough to stay classy, just visible enough to keep hearts melting. In one vlog, Marlon casually said, "You know when someone makes your place feel like home? It hits different." The camera panned to his desk, where a small, lavender-colored crystal sat. Longtime Sadie fans knew she often wore a similar one as a necklace. Sadie's turn came in a Halloween post. She dressed as a character from The Matrix, and fans immediately noted that Marlon had previously talked about how he had a Matrix phase and even owned a trench coat just like the one in her costume. Whether it was a shared joke or intentional tribute, the comments were certain, this isn't just a costume. This is a coded message. The love is in the details. That was the key to their connection. It wasn't grand declarations or dramatic public posts. It was the shared playlist in the background of a video, the smirk when someone mentioned relationship goals, the subtle nods only real fans would catch. They weren't trying to prove anything. They were just being. And somehow, in a world of curated personas and algorithm-chasing relationships, that made their bond feel more authentic than any influencer couple who came before. By late 2024, the hints and soft signals culminated in a public acknowledgement. It wasn't a grand announcement or flashy reveal, instead, it was a simple moment during one of Marlon's streams. While chatting with fans, someone asked about his mystery girl, referencing Sadie. Marlon smiled, his voice softening, and said, "Yeah, Sadie's been a big part of my life lately. It's been great having someone who really gets me." This brief admission sent waves through their fan bases. Social media exploded with messages of support, fan edits, and heartfelt comments. The reaction was overwhelmingly positive. Both Marlon and Sadie's followers praised the maturity and genuine affection they shared, appreciating that they didn't make it into a spectacle. This moment also humanized them beyond the usual online personas. For many, it was a reminder that behind the streams and videos, there are real people experiencing real connections. Every relationship has its trials, and theirs was no exception. Being in the public meant navigating the pressures of online scrutiny and rumors. Throughout 2025, both faced moments where their relationship was tested. From internet speculation about breakups to the stress of balancing content creation with personal time, Marlon and Sadie had to learn to protect their bond from external noise. Sadie spoke candidly in a vlog about the importance of boundaries, saying, "We love sharing parts of our lives, but some things are just for us." Marlon echoed this in interviews, emphasizing trust and communication as their foundation. Their journey wasn't always smooth, but it showcased a level of maturity that resonated deeply with fans who appreciated authenticity over dramatics. Marlon and Sadie's relationship is a testament to how love can grow authentically, even in the spotlight. From their initial online friendship to a steady, supportive partnership, they've shown fans that behind the screens, real connections matter most. Their story isn't about grand gestures or viral moments, it's about everyday support, shared growth, and mutual respect. Whether it's cheering each other on during tough times or celebrating successes quietly, they keep their bond strong and private, proving that love doesn't have to be loud to be real. As they continue to navigate their careers and personal lives, one thing remains clear: Marlon and Sadie's love story is grounded in genuine care, trust, and the kind of partnership that inspires many. Thanks for watching this deep dive into Marlon and Sadie's love story. It's a refreshing reminder that behind the online personas we see every day, there are real people with real feelings. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more authentic stories from the worlds of streaming and more. Stay tuned for upcoming videos where we'll explore other fascinating journeys behind the scenes.